So is Kobe's first ever shoe still worth playing in? Maybe. Let's get into it. What's going on, guys? Noah here from Driveway Hoop Reviews, and today we have a outdoor review on the Adidas Crazy 8, formerly known as the KB8. I'll try and keep this video really short today. I actually lost all of my footage of me playing in this as my camera overheated in the sun, so it'll just be a really short one, and I'll just have b-roll of the shoe today. But starting off with the tech specs really quick of the Adidas Crazy 8, you have a full leather build in the uppers with a nylon tongue. It is fairly thin. This is a high cut model, and there is the Feet You Wear system, which is just a lockdown system that Adidas used back then. And then you do have a really nice amount of padding in the heel. It's full leather build. You've got some patent leather hits there, or they might be nylon, or I mean vinyl, I'm not really sure. But then you have these two cables that run through the heel of the shoe, and these actually go through into the top flaps of the upper eyelets, which gives you a really nice lockdown. And then the foam is EVA, and there is a decoupled rubber outsole with herringbone pods. But starting off with the uppers and how they felt on the Adidas Crazy 8, they were actually really nice, and I really like playing in these. They're a little heavy, but they lock down fairly decently. There's a little bit of heel slip, but honestly these broke in super well and are really durable and just pretty conforming to the foot. You will need to go a half size down. I will explain that in the fit a little bit later, but that'll help with the one-to-one fit, and these really do break in super well and were pretty nice to play in. As far as the cushioning goes on the Adidas Crazy 8, it's just a standard EVA. It's fairly squishy, although there's not a ton of bounce back. It's kind of a little bit like styrofoam, you know, you'll just squish it and it just kind of stays like that. It's a little bit like that. There's a really good amount of court feel, but bounce is just okay. You do have a torsion bar in the midfoot. I'm not really sure how long it spans for, but it definitely helps with the rigidity of the shoe and really gives a nice shape to it and a pretty good amount of bounce. So honestly, cushion was pretty decent for coming out in 1997, so I was pretty happy with it. As far as the traction goes on the Adidas Crazy 8, this is where things kind of take a dive because it is herringbone, yes, but it's decoupled, and it kind of just picks up a lot of dust and doesn't really grip super well. Indoors it didn't do well at all. Outdoors it was okay, but I was still finding myself slipping a little bit. So overall I don't think these are very good for traction. As far as durability goes for the Adidas Crazy 8, this is where this shoe shines. You've got a really nice, really thick leather build, so all of this is going to be super durable. The foam is not super durable, I'm not going to lie. It will probably break down pretty good over time. But the outsole has a lot of rubber. There's a lot going on, and you do have a nice shank there, so honestly these are a really good option for durability, and they play really well too, so you can definitely still play in these. As far as the fit goes, you will want to go half size down. These do fit a little bit big, and they are decently wide, so you can definitely do a half size down. But overall, these are honestly one of the better retros to play in currently. If you just want to take them outdoors or something, they do heat up quite a bit. That is one of my biggest nitpicks, is these things get really hot. So probably better for a winter shoe, but honestly these were pretty fun to play in, and I definitely recommend them if you want a retro shoe. But that'll pretty much do it for today's review. This is just a really quick one. Like I said, I lost all my footage, so I couldn't really make this a long review without having to postpone it weeks and weeks because I've got a lot of stuff coming up. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.